Luck is such an interesting concept, and it's always you either feel one way or another. You either feel like you're the luckiest person in the world, or you feel like you're the most cursed person ever. And it's like everyone feels one way or another more. Like some people feel like, oh, everything goes against me all the time. And then there are people who think, like, oh, I'm just unlucky today. You know, it's a pretty interesting topic. And I don't know, feels like it would be an interesting video to talk about it. So here are kind of my views on it. Now, when I was growing up, I was raised in a very religious household. My family is old school Christians, and not many people have my version of Christianity. So far, safe to say that I've never met anyone who is old school Christian. But it was pretty rough because I wasn't really allowed to play with the other kids all the time. I wasn't allowed to like I wasn't raised normally like most other kids were. And at the time, I remember it feeling very unfair and frustrating. And so, in a sense, I felt like I was unlucky. However, the teachings and the experiences and everything that I got from those core values is basically what shaped me to the person that I am today. So, in a sense, I guess I was quite lucky in the long run to have such a upbringing. So it can be seen in two ways. Most things in life can be seen two ways. Now, when it comes to my life situation as how it was in the past, being born unattractive and living in Sweden, I mean, it's a very unlucky combination, not to say the least. It's probably the most socially cursed thing you can be is being born in Scandinavia and like be below average looking. It's like it's not a fun experience, let me guarantee you that. It's not easy. It's very painful. And I know that if I was born in some other place, things would not have been as bad. But it is what it is. And that's something I would say I'm very unlucky in without any redeeming quality. But yeah, I mean, when you are in a tough situation, it gives you kind of perspective also. So there are still good things that can come out of it, but it's not something you really gain anything from. So I would say I'm pretty just straight up unlucky with my circumstances of like where I'm born and yeah, my genetics. Now people look at me and say like he's so lucky with like yeah, all the things he have. He's like a YouTuber now and he's married. And those are very lucky things indeed. It's pretty rare for anyone. I mean, just to be a YouTuber when you basically just blog about your life is like the most convenient thing you can be. Like there's people who make gaming content and all that, and it's much harder to do. Well, even though I would prefer to do that, that's not what really flies for me. People enjoy my blogs and my takes on things, and it's very lucky to be in that situation, although I don't feel like it. I mean, it to me, I wish I could be an entertainer because my purpose has always been like I enjoy making people laugh or smile or be entertained, not to just be some kind of well of wisdom or some good or cool takes for people to take. But it is a lucky thing overall, and it's also very rare for someone to basically both be broke and have such a good household. Like, I feel very, very blessed with my life in many ways. And I'm very blessed with having wonderful friends. I have very good committed friends that I've had since I was like 14 years old. I'm gonna be 31 very soon. So I've had them for over 15 years. And we're still going strong, talking all the time. And even more than friends, I feel ridiculously blessed to have such a absolutely amazing wife. And despite all the weird the weird people trying to like spew up some weird ass rumors about us, we are still married and we're actually meeting very soon and we're both looking forward to it. So I feel very, very blessed. that despite all of my downcomings, I'm still like, when it comes to people, I am so blessed. It's nothing I don't take that for granted. I cherish that like crazily. Like, I don't think most people really even can fathom how happy I am for having such amazing people and having the situation I do have. And it's much better than many other people have. I know people have it worse. And it's not really much of a comparison. I'm just very grateful. And I would say I am very, very, very lucky indeed to have for what I have. It's very rare today. But just as someone can look at me and see me like having good friends, having a wonderful wife, doing YouTube as a kind of, I don't know, can you see it as a job? It's not really a job for me, it's more of a hobby. But having it as like a good, decent source of bonus income at times, and all of these nice things, it's easy to look at me if you're in a position where you don't have it and feel like you're lucky. Or not that you're lucky, that you're unlucky and that I am the lucky one. However, that's also bypassing the problems I do have that I don't wish on anyone, which is having health problems. My difficulties with breathing, my mental and physical problems. It's it's very crippling. I'm very locked in my situation. Like, there are times I wish I could do things, or when my friends do things. I get very jealous because I wish that I could have be doing those things, and no matter how much I want it, I can't. And it feels a bit like in a prison. You're very imprisoned in your life when you have health issues. So when people who like, they might not do YouTube, they might not have a nice home, and they might not have a wonderful wife or good friends, they might not have all that, but that they might be fully healthy. And I see that, and I feel like they are the lucky ones. Most people who view this are probably gonna be fully functional, healthy people. And that's something I'm very jealous of, and I wish that so much. And not just for me, I wish it for my wife too, because she's also struggling. Uh, Having being healthy is one of the most luckiest things you can have in life, and it's a thing people aren't aware of. It's not until you get sick where you start appreciating being healthy and having like the option of choosing your life, of choosing your career, of choosing what you're gonna do with yourself. That opens up the doors to for you to become and do whatever you want to do. And it's sometimes it can be frustrating for me at times seeing these healthy people like have those options, those chances, and not use them. And to me, that is frustrating. Just as it's frustrating for those people to see me like being one married and being a YouTuber and all that. It's just how life is. You're either lucky or unlucky in some things. And some things you cherish and some things you should be cherishing and you don't. Now, when it comes to being lucky in like daily situations, I would say I'm cursed. Whenever I like, I don't know, whenever I do things, they usually don't go the way I planned. Usually, when I like take a chance at something, it usually doesn't pan out. Like whenever I game, it usually doesn't go my way. I'm usually carried by my own skill. Usually, yeah, just when I cook, something will get burned. Like things usually go wrong in my case, and that may be due to many reasons, and some of them are probably my own fault. But I would say in like daily tasks, I feel very unlucky. And that's something you either have or don't have. But there is one last concept of being lucky or unlucky to me, and that is being alive. Everyone who is alive right now, including me, we're all very lucky. Even though we're like 8 or 9 billion people alive now, and everyone either feels that they're special or not, the thing is, we're all special because every human who's born is a 1 out of like a billion chance. We all raced for the egg, and you're the one who won. So you already won the lottery in one way. And then everything else is secondary. You can look through life at any lens. See, a homeless person can hate being homeless, but still be happy whenever he finds a meal, or whenever he has a roof over his head for a while, or when the weather is better. Just as someone who's rich and has everything and has no joy in life can be happy when something unique or new happens. But neither way, it's all through a perspective of lens, how you see life. And usually, I personally, I prefer to try to see things positively. Because if you look at life through just everything being a problem, then it becomes a problem. And I don't know, maybe it's because I've been having health issues since I was young. You know, I take joy in everything, from having a shower and just feeling the water hitting your body, or having a glass of water and just feeling cold water as you drink, or just resting your head on a pillow. All of those things are very, like, I cherish it a lot. To me, I take joy in the little things. And that's through all the discomforts and things I feel throughout the day. So yeah, it's easier to see it from a good side than a bad side for me. But maybe it's, like I said, because of my lucky upbringing, or maybe it's because of circumstances in life. Neither way, how do you all feel? Do you feel like you're lucky or unlucky? Since I don't do that much lately, I'm just trying to better myself and waiting for my wife to be able to reunite with me here. I do read comments more often, so feel free to post your little story. If I find it interesting, I might respond. And let me know what you think about all this. So, hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.